Hello guys, in today's tutorial we will look at voltage and current measurement using Proteus. Please remember to click the subscribe button below to subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. Please, if you've not watched the other tutorial on the basic overview of Proteus and how we got to this circuit, I solicit that you go back to my previous tutorial so as to follow up. From the circuit here, assuming you want to measure the voltage across R4 resistor, there are two ways to measure it. First method is to use a voltmeter, and the second method is to use a voltage probe. But for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to use a voltmeter. You go to Visual Instrument, you select our DC voltmeter and place it on our simulation window and connect accordingly. Now we have to set our voltage. Let's assume that we are using 24 volts. 24 volts. You click your OK. Then you hit the run button. Now you can see that the voltage drop across R4 is 12 volts. You can verify it by calculating it using nodal analysis or current analysis or whatever method of calculating voltage drop across resistor. You can use Kirchhoff voltage law to calculate to confirm if your answer is the same as that on the simulation window. If we want to measure current across the resistor, assuming we want to measure the current across R1 resistor, we still go to our visual instrument, select DC ammeter and place on our simulation window. Remember, ammeter is connected in series with load. So we have to connect the DC ammeter in series with R1 resistor. So we highlight the R1, we can shift it by the left so as to keep space for us to place our ammeter. You pick your ammeter. You have to take off this connection. You place your ammeter and you connect. Remember, we are connecting it in series with the R1 resistor. Now we hit the play button. Now, as you can see, the current shown on the ammeter is 0 amp. But you can imagine that the current might be a little lower in milliamps because we are using a kilo ohms resistor. So we have to set the DC ammeter to milliamp mode because this ammeter is calibrated in amperes. So we have to calibrate it in milliamps. So we can stop our simulation, go back to our schematic capture, double click on the ammeter. When you double click on the ammeter, you go to display range. You click on the amp and select milliamp. When you select milliamp, you hit the OK button. Now you can see that our ammeter has changed to milliamp. So we hit the run button again. So we can see 6.04 milliamp current drawn from this circuit. Now you can conclude and see that we can measure current, we can measure voltage across any of these resistors. So from the circuit, you can see that the current drawn from this source is 6.04 milliamps, while the voltage drop across R4 is 12 volts. You can as well measure the voltage drop across R3 a voltage drop across R1, a voltage drop across R2. Can measure the voltage and current of any of these resistors just by placing the voltmeter or the ammeter at the appropriate place. So, this is how to measure current and voltage in Proteus. In our next tutorial, we'll look at half-wave rectification in Proteus. Thank you.